People ask me what are the most difficult beliefs that we can clear out and why they are difficult. So in my opinion, they are not difficult to clear. They're all the ones that are part of our core personality, the ones that we have created all mechanisms of survival mechanism, coping mechanisms, everything that's related to that pain, that wound, that trauma, and we circle around it, and we build our life, our foundation of our ego in there. And that's why we struggle and we really don't want to see those beliefs, because the moment we see the beliefs, we become aware that the amount of time, energy, life that we invested in an illusion, right? Because the beliefs are nothing more than illusions. So those core personality beliefs, they're not harder to remove, because with the technique and the process, and when the person becomes aware of them, they naturally disappear. But because they are so deeply fed and deeply cherished, and a personal level, that usually people don't want to look at them. What can be tricky usually is a thought pattern, kind of like belief system related to making decisions. This one can be a bit challenging, because the person will not be certain that they are choosing to do the right thing. So when they are presented with an option to heal, to transform themselves, to go through something that is needed, they will question their thoughts, they will question their thinking, they will question their choices. And this self-doubt can be paralyzing and not really productive for somebody who is looking to improve and change. And it happens a lot that the person gets to a point that everything is not going well. They're in the 40s, 50s, and then just, they have been dealing with the same problem, but they don't take any action to change, improve, looking for support, because they are not sure about their decision-making process. They don't trust themselves when they're making a decision, and that can be really paralyzing. And I feel sorry, because I can't really help anybody before they come to me. Even if they have those beliefs, we can work through them after, with the technique, but before I can't really do anything. So during our initial calls, I can see the self-doubt, I can see they struggling with making decisions, and I'm very clear, straightforward. It's like, I know this is gonna compromise your decision, because your decision making process has these limiting beliefs, and unless you can jump in faith and come and do the work, I can't really do anything. And I sing over and over and time again. And another limiting belief is that can, slow down a little, but eventually when we use the technique, we can very quickly get rid of it, is when the person doesn't believe in their intellectual capabilities. They believe they're not smart enough, they're not good enough, they have difficulties to learn. So when they have these limiting beliefs, they will try to sabotage a little in the beginning when they need to learn the technique, learn the mental exercise. But very quickly, the moment they do, we get rid of this first thing, and then it doesn't bother them anymore. So what I noticed that, keep people paralyzed, keep people unhappy, and prolong their suffering without taking any actions, are those two beliefs that they're not smart enough and they're not able to make good decisions, which they are related in the end. So what is very healthy is to know that you're capable, to know that you're good enough, to know that you're able to make change and take the best path for yourself. And even though if that path comes with challenges, you're well equipped mentally, emotionally, physically to learn from those challenges, and to that you really trust yourself and your abilities to learn and to process your emotions, and to thrive no matter what kind of situation or experiences you're having. So this self-trust is really, really, really important for us to navigate life with a little bit less suffering, and more ease and joy and harmony. And if you want to make real change, because sometimes we are like so externally oriented, so we would try to change our jobs and change our friends and our relationships, and we move from city to another country or to another continent, and without knowing that we carry the seeds of whatever problems we were experiencing before. So unless we really heal these inner aspects that are connecting us to our problems, like if you're dating toxic people, you need to find out what parts of yourself are looking for this behavior, these thoughts, are looking to experience those emotions that you have been experiencing when dating those people. Because if you leave this person, it's very likely that you're going to find somebody exactly the same, or if you find somebody who is the opposite, who is loving, caring, and considerate, you're gonna find ways to sabotage that as well. And if we work with people who are ego driven, who are not kind, and who trigger the worst feelings, emotions inside of us, we need to find out where those emotions and feelings and thoughts are coming. Because if we didn't have this link between external environment and us, we wouldn't even be able to stay there for a day. So if you've been working a job that is not great, is very stressful, is full of conflict, and is full of people fighting, not treating you well, you definitely have mental and emotional patterns that are connecting you there and keeping you there. And if you leave, it's very likely you're gonna find a very similar job, or eventually from being good to you, people will start not being good to you because you're carrying this inside of yourself. And I speak from a lot of personal experience. I have done that myself, moving from jobs, relationships, cities, countries, continents, and always recreating my problems one by one until I started to deal from within, heal these trauma aspects, mostly experienced during my childhood. I didn't even remember how I used to feel, because the feeling that I used to feel there became my natural state. So I didn't even know how awful was that state, that I was living in fear of feeling rejected, feeling unappreciated, feeling under like something is about to hurt me or to threaten me. So I didn't even know I was living there, because that became natural until I start moving out of those inner states. So inner healing is always the best and most effective way.